So that was Raw SmackDown Live real quick. Really good show. I enjoyed it on the whole. Bobby Roode is now a part of the blue brand. Could not have been happier. Real quick story here for you. I was on my way home from work. I wasn't driving. I was on my way home from work on Tuesday. I was watching SmackDown on my phone because I got out around 8 Eastern time, so when the show started. I saw the opening segment. I was like a few minutes away from home. And like Aiden English is in the ring. I'm like, I might as well just like turn it off now because it's probably a squash match with like fucking, I don't know, like Chad Gable, who I love or whatever. I don't know. It's going to be a quick throwaway match. And then the lights go out. I'm thinking Nakamura's coming out and Bobby Roode's music hits. Now, I figured there was a chance he could show up, which is why I wanted to watch SmackDown Live and not waste any time until I got home. Because it had been reported coming out of TakeOver that a main roster call-up for the guy was only imminent. And it was. He showed up 3 days after TakeOver. But he came out as a babyface to a huge reaction from the Brooklyn crowd. They loved the theme song. They gave him a superstar level reaction. And Bobby Roode now a babyface on SmackDown, a complete 180 from his days in NXT as a top heel, which is fine. I'm sure they'll turn him heel at some point down the road. But Dave Meltzer made the point on his show right after it happened that they can't turn the guy heel on the main roster as long as he has that theme song, which I kind of agree with. That was kind of an issue with this character in NXT, but he's also a much more natural heel. So unless he changes the music or they give him his TNA music, which was also great for a heel. But anyway, though, yeah, Bobby Roode's music is great to the point where it's too great to the point where they have to keep him babyface for right now, and that's fine. But I'm interested to see where he goes. Now, I've heard reports that he might be replacing. There were reports before he showed up that he was going to be replacing Baron Corbin and getting his push. But now that he's a babyface, he might be getting John Cena's push instead. Now, we have a couple of top babyfaces on the brand already in AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Putting Bobby Roode up there as a top, as a upper mid-card level heel, or a babyface rather for now, I think is a great move. You could put him up against a few different people from Kevin Owens. You could put him up against Mike Kanellis for now, I guess, if you wanted to. Which isn't a money feud, but it gives him something to do. Baron Corbin's up there. There's quite a few heels. Rusev, you could do Bobby Roode and Rusev for right now. There's a couple different guys. So I love the move to put Bobby Roode on SmackDown. I think SmackDown needed him more than Raw anyway. And it was a glorious debut to say the least. So I'm very happy to see Bobby Roode. And by the way, how crazy is it? I mean, it just never gets any less surreal for me to see guys like AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Samoa Joe all show up on the main roster. Like maybe in NXT, but when Joe debuted back in January, it was surreal. Because I never thought I would see the day that a guy like AJ Styles, Joe, or Bobby Roode, three of my top favorites from TNA, from GFW, whatever, would ever end up in the WWE, but they're all here. 2 on SmackDown, 1 on Raw. That's pretty amazing. Austin Aries too, but he has since left the company. But yeah, Bobby Roode on SmackDown Live, I'm in full favor of. Looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table in the months to come on the Blue brand.